this spirit of ownership, pride, and comparison, it should not just start here. The Bible says in heaven, God put an investment on an angel called Michael, and he was an angel of war, and he was managing what God has given to him and doing the things God asked him to do. God gave another investment to a man called Gabriel, and Gabriel was working according to the investment of God upon his life, and he was obedient to the instruction of God, and he was coming on the earth and delivering messages according to the instruction of God. And there was another man God invested in him. His name was Lucifer. God put in him the ability of praise. He was a moving instrument. The Bible says he had the ability to bring forth grace and glory unto the Lord. But Lucifer got to a time he felt like what he has, it is his own. It does not belong to God. God does not need to control him. After all, he can also speak like God. He has the splendor. He has the grace. What does he need God for? And he starts speaking to other angels and also telling them that, look at this thing, the way I look at the glory on my body, Lucifer, I think one day I will also become like God. I will own these things. He felt like what was given to him by God was his own, and he felt like he did not need God again to manage them. You know, when you get to your point in your life, you see this life is my own, my money, my children, my marriage, and you feel like you don't need to go to church. You think you don't need God again. The way Lucifer was cast out of heaven, that is how you will also be cast out of his presence. I wish you understand what I'm saying. Lucifer got up one day and felt like he should be an owner. He should take control. You know, that is the pride in the heart of man. They asked, why do you go to church? What do you need God for? You went to market in the morning, work your money, came back in the evening, and somebody is telling you that money is God who gave you. They felt like you don't understand that the Bible says that remember the Lord your God, for he gave you the power to make wealth. Means whatever riches you have, whatever children you have, whatever property you have, it is God who gave you the ability to make them happen. Let me tell you something. We are stewards, we are manager, we are taking care of what God. See, like Satan speaks to you and you listen and you think that you own your life. When you will die, you will now understand that life you don't own it. You don't control it. You don't. You know, when people enter into a certain level of life, they begin to enter into a level of grace, of abundance. Resources start answering to them, breakthrough start answering to them. They feel like, what do I need God for? I was talking to a man one day. This man has stroke. He was a very hard-working man. He had built a small house. You know, he thought he had all the time, so he was looking for his money and had no time for God. And he said, now God is my family. Now trust he puts up on my table. Then one day stroke hit him. He was not lying on the bed. When I came, he told me, he said, Pastor, I now know that all the money I had was God. Because look at me seated here. I cannot go out to work again. He's now praying for God to just give him strength again so that he can go and look for that money. He thought it was about him. You know, when you are still moving on your two legs and you go out and come back in the evening, you think it's easy. You feel like you don't need him. Why are they wasting time in church serving God? Why are they carrying money to go and sow seed in church? Because they don't understand. You know, that pride that enters Satan, entered the heart of many people. And that spirit of ownership, it is my thing. Let me tell you something. Your body is not your own. Are you understanding me? The Bible says your body is a temple of God. And have you read the scripture that the Bible says that if you destroy my temple, I will destroy you?